A man accused of assaulting women at gunpoint in their homes is now being charged.
Investigators say DNA helped confirm their suspicions about the suspect. Let's head over to the live desk. Maria Lizignoli is tracking this all. She joins us with those charges and the questions community members had for police. Maria.
This is a case that we've been following all week long, including hearing from one of the victims. This morning, investigators say Darius Olson Baker got inside the homes through unlocked doors while the women were sleeping and used a gun to threaten them in two separate cases. The first attack happened a week ago on Friday, and the second happened Wednesday at homes within walking distance of each other in Brooklyn Park. Police say they suspected Olson Baker because of his criminal history. He also lives in the same townhome complex as one of the victims and just got out of prison earlier this month. Investigators used DNA from a piece of clothing to get enough evidence to make an arrest. Last night, families who live in the area gathered at a local church. A police officer walked them through what has been happening over the last several days and also answered questions.
Is there any information as to how he picked these two victims? Yeah, we do not know why he chose these two places, other than, we have reason to believe that both residences were unlocked at the time. So very concerning.
Community health representatives were also there with resources for anyone who needed them. Olson Baker is facing 10 charges for sexual assault with a weapon and breaking into homes. We will hear from officers coming up in the next half hour about some of the other questions that they're answering that community members had.
Just so unsettling.
Yeah,
All right, Maria, we appreciate that update. Thank you. 6:04 is your time, and President Trump says he's now considering a bigger than ever before attack on Iran after 13 days of military strikes.
CBS News' Jared Hill tells us some national security officials are sounding the alarm on how quickly the military is using up some of its most advanced weapons in a conflict seemingly with no end in sight.
For a 13th straight night, a new round of U.S. strikes on Iran. Cell phone video caught the moment blasts erupted in Bandar Abbas, a port city on Iran's southern coast. President Trump told Axios he's close to making a decision on what he called a massive attack, bigger than ever before.
We're doing very well against the Islamic Republic of Iran.
The president continued his optimistic tone as he's threatening to use U.S.-controlled Iranian assets to pay for damage its military has done to ships and cargo near the Strait of Hormuz. In response, Iran's foreign minister warned, quote, once governments normalize confiscation, no one's assets are safe. Ensuing chaos will not be pretty or peaceful. President Trump is also warning there will be major military punishment for Iran and Houthi fighters in Yemen if there are more attacks in the Red Sea. The Iran-backed group claimed responsibility for an attack on two tankers carrying Saudi oil this week.
Now apparently have gotten themselves suckered into this, going after Saudi Arabia and their ships.
Renewed fighting comes as U.S. military and intelligence officials tell CBS News there are growing concerns over how quickly the U.S. is using up its most advanced air defense interceptors and precision-guided weapons on the conflict. Wednesday, the House passed a non-binding resolution to rein in the president's war powers on Iran.
I think that this is a message that of both the depravity and wrong-headedness of going into Iran.
A similar measure failed in the Senate. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The time is 6:06, and the man behind the attack on Minnesota lawmakers will be a prisoner until the day he dies. A federal judge sentenced Vance Belter to 2 life terms, plus another 40 years in prison. The judge said in his thousands of cases, this is the longest sentence he's ever handed down. Belter's rampage last summer took the lives of Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, along with their dog Gilbert. Members of their family made statements in court. Their daughter Sophie said, "I miss believing in the goodness of humanity." And their son Colin called the attack domestic terrorism and said, if this country fails, this will have had a hand in it. Now, before Belter arrived at the Hortman's home, he shot State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, and he tried to shoot their daughter Hope, who called for help. Yvette told the judge, "I came face to face with evil," and said their family now has permanent physical and mental injuries. Belter made a brief statement apologizing to the people he harmed. Prosecutors say Belter was targeting Democrats who try to give Republicans more control in the Minnesota legislature.
6:07 is your time. In just a few days, some access points to the Boundary Waters will reopen for day trips. This is after the wilderness area fully closed a week ago from uncontrolled wildfires. Take a look at this map now. Starting Monday, the entry points on the eastern side of the Boundary Waters, marked in green on your screen, will open for day trips. The rest, in red, that's still closed. The U.S. Forest Service says the area reopening has minimal fire activity, but even with this change, things are still far from normal.
We're taking it day for day, trying to pick up different income sources, trying to help out neighbors, trying to help out the Forest Service. On our side of the Boundary Waters, we are closest to the Little Knife Fire, but encouraging for our neighbors and friends and other business owners in the area.
Matt and Cassidy Ritter own Voyagers Canoe Outfitters along the Gunflint Trail. Access points near their business remains closed, and permits for overnight use across the Boundary Waters are canceled through next Wednesday. So the future for the Ritters is still up in the air. The U.S. Forest Service says they're taking a hard look at opportunities for overnight access daily. Most of the wilderness is still greatly impacted by uncontained and uncontrolled wildfires.